Hello, good day. Once again, this is Arvin Alonso demonstrating to you basics of IT application tools, particularly in Microsoft Word. Now, this time, I will demonstrate to you how to use some of these commands under text group and symbols, including the pages. So, let's get started. First, I believe you are familiar with the text box. So let us just demonstrate. Take note that once you click on the text box, you will notice that there are available built-in formats or templates that you can choose from when you would like to insert text box. Say for example, you would like to have a text box on the right portion of your document, then you may simply click on this so that you can now type the content of the text box. Say for example, annual report 2020 and ABCD software company. Okay, so that's text box. If your text box will not or do not need any or use a built-in template, then you just click on this one, draw text box, and draw in any part of the document where you would like to place it. Okay, take note that when you have your text box, the format tab appears, meaning to say that you can format the content including the text box. Okay, so for example, I would like to have a fill color of my text box. I would like to use WordArt style for my text. So that's the purpose of the format, including also how you can arrange the text, the text box I should say. For example, I will move here and I would like this to be behind text, then you can change the positioning. Okay, just like any picture that you have added. That's on text box. To continue further, you are familiar with WordArt. I believe so. Okay, so you just select the WordArt and then type. Say for example, ABCD software solutions. Again, take note that you have the format tab for you to format your WordArt. Next, quick parts. Quick parts, say for example, you would like to have an auto text. I have an auto text for my name here, or document property. Say for example, author, Arvin B. Alonso. Where this does come from? File, you notice under my info, my name appears as the author of this document. Okay. Moreover, under quick parts, let us see. Quick parts, say for example, field, you would like to include some fields. You can dig deeper into all of these fields if you want to later on. Let me just select, for example, date and time, and then I'll choose October 7. Okay, so notice that the date will appear automatically. Take note, this is your system date. If your date here is incorrect, then the date that will appear here will also be incorrect because it follows the system date. And then we can have the signature line. The signature line, say for example, you want to have a signature line, just type the name. Okay, then title if you want to, the email address, and then click OK. So you notice that there's a signature line that will be included or added into your document. Next, date and time. You always type the date and time, but if the date that you would like to have is the date today, then you just select from any of the available formats here. Say for example, this one, the long date. You notice that you have this date already. What's the difference between this and this one? This one can be updated anytime. Okay? And then we proceed to object. Object. Are you familiar with object? Take note that you can insert any object into your document. Let me just remove all the content that I place here. Object. You can create a new object in your document, or you can create from a certain or existing file that you have. Let me demonstrate first this one. Create from file, browse. Say for example, I would like to include another document. For example, this one. Insert. Okay. So you notice that the document has been added into your present document. Notice it appears like an object, so you can double click this one so that you can edit it separately, not really part of the existing document. I'll close this one, go back to this. Let me continue further. So you can resize this one. Let me continue. Under object, create from file, browse. Even a picture can be added. Even a PDF file can be added. Even an Excel worksheet can be added. Say for example, book 1, insert. Okay. So you have the content of the book 1. If you want to edit this worksheet, double click and it will be active. Therefore, you can add more content into this. Then you can resize. Okay, so I will resize this one. It's very hard to get the anyway, so you can resize that one. More under object. So take note, you can even insert a PDF file, but say for example you inserted a PDF file, what happens? It only gives you or provides you the file name of the PDF file, but once you double click this one, it will allow you to open its content. Okay, that's on PDF file. How about creating a new object within this document? Say for example, you can create a new bitmap image. Once you select that one, click OK, you notice that the paint will appear. Then do whatever things that you would like to do here. For example, you insert some objects, you draw. And then once you close this one, automatically the object that you have drawn in the paint will be added. And when you would like to edit this one, you can just double click it and the paint application will appear. Okay? Moreover, under object, you can have Microsoft equation. Anyway, I will discuss equation on this afterwards. You can have lower versions of your worksheets, charts. You can also include PowerPoint. Let me try having a PowerPoint. Say for example, PPTX presentation. Okay. So, I can change the design. I can type here. Okay. Once I'll click on any part of the document, the slide is added. Double click on this. Notice that it will present, it will run the slide. Okay. So that's more about object. You can learn more about this by looking into the possible object types that you can insert into your document. Now, let's proceed to equation. Perhaps I will create a new page here, a new page. By the way, I just press Ctrl N to proceed to the next page. Many are using the Enter key in order to proceed to the next page. But here, you can just press Ctrl N. There you go. You have another page, blank page. Okay? So, let's proceed to equation. Insert. You notice that a design tab appears with all the possible equations that you can create together with the symbols. Say for example, that I would like to create something like this. Summation of what? Say for example, summation of I equals 0, x equals 1. Then here, I would like to have an equation, a fraction here. I'll select what fraction will I use. I'll use this one. 2x over, say for example that I would like to have a radical symbol here, the square root symbol, x plus y, then plus, say for example, an exponent, 2x. So you notice you can combine any of all of these structures in order to create your equation. Okay? Learn more about how to create the equation. Lastly, you can insert a symbol. There are available symbols here, but you can have more symbols to be inserted into your document. Okay? So you may choose a font. This time we have the font symbol, and the font symbol produces these different kinds of symbols. Say for example, this one, this is when you click insert, that symbol has been inserted already. When you click this one, insert, another symbol is inserted. Okay, say for example, greater than or equal to, insert, less than or equal to, insert, or the summation symbol, insert, and then you just close when you are done with inserting special symbols. Okay, and lastly, I would like to go to this blank page. Add a blank page. It will create a new line, or a new page, I should say. Okay, if you are preparing your document and you are done with the content of your document, you are thinking of what will be the layout of your first page. Perhaps you can have this one, cover page. You will select from the built-in templates if you want to. Anyway, you can modify this later. Say for example, this one. Notice that the cover page will automatically be placed in page 1, even if you are if you were currently in page 5 a while ago. Okay, so date, you can edit date or click on this. Okay, document title, annual report, subtitle, fiscal year 2020. Okay, so that's more about inserting commands, particularly inserting text, symbols, and how to insert pages. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new in this presentation. God bless everyone.